Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Nitsa and today I'll be showing you all the market prep that I've been doing for my upcoming markets, which are on the 12th and 13th of April. That's a Saturday and a Sunday. The markets will be running from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So I need to get some inventory sorted for all of that because I didn't start until the beginning of March. Silly me, should have started in January, but I was waiting for confirmation from the market operators. Those of you that have come along for this journey thus far already know that, but for those of you that have joined us today, welcome. I do have 2 weeks worth of inventory to show you that I've just crocheted for this particular market. I'll go through the patterns and the yarns and the hooks. This is what this is all about today, so that you might, use them for your markets as well if you don't already do so. That's if they appeal to you and your market, of course, because you need to work out your demographic if they would like any of these. Now for me, this is a total experiment. For me, it is very, very exciting and scary at the same time. And what I hope that you could do for me, other than being awesome cheerleaders that you already are, and I know I have a lot of asks, but I do have one more thing that I need to ask you. I have no idea about pricing, guys, so I'm going to tap into those of you who frequently visit markets and, on the other side where you are buying, and then, of course, those of you that are selling your items as well. If you could just give me a clue what you pay or what you would pay in your currency, doesn't matter what part of the world you're in. I'm here in Sydney, Australia, so I don't expect you all to be living here where I am. Wouldn't that be wonderful, though? So back on task, if you could please let me know, that would really help me. This is like my market research to see, what price tags I'm going to put on these ultimately, because I do want them to sell after all. Even if I make the money that I'm paying for the markets, I would be very happy for that, because a lot of you know that this is just something I've wanted to do for a very long time, and it is, part of my crochet journey. So let's get started. On the very first week, I made coasters. I thought that would be a good way for me to jump into the market makes, because I love making coasters. So the very first ones that I've made, and along the way, we should tally up how many I've made, because I haven't really done this so far. So I did make these beautiful. So I've got a little tray here, a little silver tray, serving tray. It is my mum's, and I thought it might be a nice way to display them on the day. We'll see how we go. I may change all of this until the last minute, and of course, as always, I'm open to suggestions by you guys. You guys actually see things a bit differently to me sometimes. So let's get started. So back to our coasters. The very first ones that I made were these beautiful sunflower coasters here. I absolutely love these, and they are a very nice size, and in total I made 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I wasn't able to find some more of this color yarn here, this caramelly color, which was a bit disappointing because I could have made some more, because I do have some of the brown left. So here's the yarn that I use for these. I do have my clipboard here with my notes, guys, so I can refer to it. Now this is this beautiful Lime brand, Made with Love, the cotton one. Look at this color here. It's called Hot Cocoa. Absolutely love this one. And it is a yarn that consists of 60% cotton and 40% acrylic. And it is so super soft, guys. It is a beautiful yarn. It is nice to crochet coasters because it's a bit on the thicker side. So if you haven't actually used this yarn, I highly recommend that you get your hands on it. It is a bit pricey here in Australia, but when it's on sale, it's certainly worth it. So I had this color and this beautiful color here. I like to call that caramel. I'm not sure what color it is because I don't have the ball band, I'm sorry. But the pattern that I use for these, and the hook that I used was my 5mm Clover and More hook, and it was perfect for that thickness yarn to get such a nice stitch definition. Don't you think, guys? Anyway, I'm in love with these coasters. So they were the sunflower ones. They're called the Crochet Sunflowers Beautiful Summer Coasters, and they're by Blossom Crochet, a beautiful tutorial on YouTube. It doesn't go for very long at all, and I really do believe that you would enjoy that tutorial if you haven't already tapped into it. And as I said, I wish I'd made more, but I couldn't find any more. So we made, I mind like a goldfish, guys. I say it all the time. So 2, 4, 6, 8. I would have liked to have made at least 12. So where's my marker? I'm going to put down here 8. So that's 8. Now remember, I've got to have enough inventory for 2 days, guys. Well, actually, fingers and toes crossed that it actually goes. Now, the next lot of coasters that I made were the, oh, I actually really like these, but I wasn't quite sure what size to make them, and I haven't sewn in my ends yet, so apologies for that. So I might show you the smaller one, and the others are slightly bigger. They're my ends to sew in. Now this coaster here is by Scrunchie Macaroni, and it's called Easy Crochet Coaster, pattern for beginners. So that's very appealing, right? I ended up making 4, 2 of the larger ones and 2 of the various sizes there. So as I said, I do have 4. And for these coasters here, I did use, I love this yarn, guys, and it's not made anymore. Unfortunately, they stopped making it. It is by the company Birch, and it's the Cove yarn. And again, this is a blend of cotton and acrylic, so it's 60% cotton, 40% acrylic, and it does have a beautiful stitch definition for coasters. And for this one, I did use a 4.5mm hook. So all the coasters that I'll show you now after these, so there's 2 more different coasters, I've used the same yarn and the same hook. So I won't keep repeating that, guys. So I only made 4 of the Scrunchie Macaroni ones because in the end I ran out of time because I'm allocating 1 week to each, group of makes. And I just wasn't sure on the sizing, so I let that one go. Now the next one is one of my absolute all-time favorite coasters. Made them for many years now, and they're such an easy make. A lot of you will recognize the TLC Yarn Crafts or Tony Ellipses Sunshine coasters. Now I have made a variety of colors here. All the ends are sewn in bar 1, and here they are here. How pretty is that, guys? So I did manage to make, so I'm not going to be selling these as a group or in sets. I'm just going to sell them individually and work out if people prefer them in sets or just individually for hopefully future markets. So I've got 3 in this beautiful pink, 2 in this beautiful blue. This is the only one I have to sew in the ends. This gorgeous mint color. Now and this little tan color here. This beautiful yellow, which is a sunshine. I have this color next to my bed. I've had that coaster there for a couple of years. Here's a very pretty pink. I love this color, of course, the fuchsia. And I have, and there's 2 here, the olive next to my desk at work because my mug has got the greens in it. So how many do we have? We have 3, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 of the sunshine coasters. That's pretty cool. Now the next coaster that I'll show you, I absolutely love it, but I had to change the pattern. I think it was the way that I was making it. It wasn't sitting right. So these coasters are by Bag O' Day, and they're called the Wildflower Coaster, or tutorial number 394. Now again, same yarn and same hook size, but the original coaster, and look how pretty they are, has double the amount of petals. Somehow the way that it was sitting, it wasn't quite right for me, so I just changed them up to this, and they're absolutely gorgeous. These have 9 petals, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 9. Now I did make 2 of these. I try to make 2 of each for these. So there's 2. Oh, actually, no, I didn't make 2 of each. So there's 2, 4. Oh, where's this one? 4. I did make a couple of plain colors as well. So 2, 4, 5, 6. One of those is plain. 6 and 7 and 8. I do like them in the plain color as well. So there were 8 of those. So in total, so they were all the coasters that I actually made. And then I had a little bit of time left, but I didn't feel like I had the right yarn, but I really wanted to make some eye coasters because I believe the area that I'm going to, they would very much be, something that people would want to buy. So I made this one here, and I did start on this one because I thought I'd make a bigger center, for it to look like that. What do you guys think? But this yarn isn't thick enough. So I thought, you know what, if I double it up, it might be too thick. I had run out of time. By this time, it was a week and a half ago. It was on a Sunday night. And I just thought I might just let this go for now and maybe make some for my next markets because I really do like the look of them. Which one do you like, guys? One with a more blue or less blue? So there it is there. with a lot of white, and here it would be with less white. I wonder what you all think. I'd be very interested to know, because they are something that I will definitely be adding to my inventory for next time. But for now, they're all the coasters, and we have in total 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 20, 34, I think. Does that make sense? Anyway, I'll tally them up another time. I'm not going to waste any more of your time while I try to do math, guys. So they're the coasters that I made, and I do love making coasters. I wish I had started earlier, but it is what it is. Now, I thought about making some Mobius as well. I threw them in at a time where, you know, I should have been concentrating on coasters, but I was thinking of something for children where I didn't have to have safety eyes or things like that. And I remember I had made some Mobius. So those of you that don't know, these are like a continuous strip, and you play with it. It's very good. It's like a fidget toy for young and old. Doesn't discriminate, but they just took a lot longer than I thought that they would. It was just my head at the time. I don't think I was getting the whole idea of it. So I did end up making 2. So 2 is better than none. I always say that. Now I did use blanket yarn for these. So those of you that don't know, I love blanket yarn. It is a beautiful, soft, squishy yarn, and it does make a beautiful Mobius. The pattern is Hooked for Life with Mary Beth Temple. It is a tutorial on YouTube. She makes them using worsted weight yarn and acrylic, but of course, you know, you just have to change up your chains a little bit. So start off with a few less chains. That's what I did, and just play around with the thickness of your yarn, and a 6mm hook if I didn't already say that. So that was the end of week 1. So week 2 now was last week, so I'll show you what I concentrated on, which was all to do with headwear. So other than beanies, I didn't make any beanies, and I thought I might save them if I do a July market, because it'll be cold here in Sydney, Australia. So I focused on more spring, autumn, even summery, because we're still not out of summer here yet, believe it or not, even though we're in autumn. So the first thing I did was I made scrunchies, guys. Now, those of you who know me know I love to make scrunchies. I have a couple of ends to tie in, but this is basically it. So if you've never made a scrunchie, I highly recommend that you make them. All you need is some hair elastics. So that's a hair elastic. I always have one on my wrist. And, you know, I buy them in packs like this. There's about 70 in here, I think, yes. And they do last a long time. And when they're on sale, they're very good value. I always like to stretch mine out before I start, like give it a good stretch, because I want to make sure that it doesn't break. And then you simply get your hair elastic, and I used 2 types of yarn for these. I used the velvet yarn, which is this one here. So, oh my gosh, guys, if you could feel how soft these are. I could have made them bigger, because I have made acrylic ones in the past, and I had made them a bit longer, but they didn't quite look that right. So with this yarn here, for all of the ones here that I've made, I used my 6mm hook. So both yarns that I'm going to show you, I use 6mm hook, but this was only 1 strand, because it is a thicker velvet yarn, to this one here, which I double stranded. So this Tiny Treasures, as you can see, it is tiny. So I double stranded that one, and again 6mm hook. So basically with the velvet yarn here, this one, and this one I bought in Millen, so I don't know its origin, but it is beautiful. So with these ones I I single crocheted into my, or around my hair elastic, 28 single crochets. And then in the first row, I put 3 double crochets. Now this is all US terminology. I put 3 double crochets in each single crochet, and then I played around with whether I should put 1 or 2 double crochets, 1 or 2 single crochets on top. Now I have done them both ways, and both ways they look great. So I'm trying to see one. See, this one looks a bit fuller. This must have been a little bit of a bigger yarn. But I think both look very, very nice. I have tried them on my hair, some of them, and they do sit very, very pretty. And for the ones that I did the double stranding of the Tiny Treasures yarn, I did start off with 25 single crochets for these. And these are beautiful and soft as well, guys. I wish you could feel them. So these are absolutely gorgeous, and I think that these will be a nice, a good seller. I think they will be. Well, I hope so anyway. Now, if you're wondering what I've got them on, and they're only from, this is just from Kmart, and it is a paper towel holder. So this is a good way to display them. Of course, I'll take the tag off. So I thought I would show you that because it's very easy to, you know, transport them as well. So that's what I'm using to showcase them, or, you know, have them sitting on my bench top. Now, hair elastics, I made 18 in total. Hair elastics, scrunchies, I made 18 in total. I just have a couple of ends to sew in, but that will all get done. Let's hope there so they don't fall off. Now, the other thing that I made were bandanas. Now, I managed to make 2. So here it is here. This is a very, very pretty one. It's a granny square one, guys, and I think granny squares are very popular, as we all know. So this one here, and I made 2. I made a blue one as well. It is called the Granny Square Triangle Bandana or Headband by Viv Crochet. There's a tutorial on YouTube, and I made a blue one as well. Is this the right side? I'm not sure. I don't think there's a right or a wrong side. As you can see, it's got the beautiful little straps, and it is a very, very quick and easy make. Now, for both of these, I did use, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful, this bamboo cotton blend yarn that was gifted to me by Thea. Now, this yarn is 55% bamboo and 45% cotton, and I did use a 3.5mm hook on it, and it did give it a beautiful, beautiful drape. Absolutely loved working with it. I wish I had time to have made more, but hey, 2 is better than none, right, guys? So I ended up making 2 of those, and the starting chain was 80. Oh no, that's not this one. That's a different one that I'm talking about. This one has no starting chain. It starts, you know, like if you make a scarf, you do your, you know, your little tiny triangle and you grow from that. Silly me, I got my headgear confused. Now, the next one is my headbands. So the first one I'm going to show you is Crochet Easy Boho Headband by Celine Veronique. And this is the one where you start off with 80 chains. Because I had to, you know, change it up a little bit because I used the bamboo yarn and cotton yarn. So the first one I'm going to show you here, I think this one does have a right or a wrong way. Let's see. So there it is there. And of course you can make these as long or as short as you like. And here are the little, you know, the bits that you tie it up with, the little ties. Very simple to make. This one has a 80 chain starting chain. For some of them I use some of this Brighton cotton blend yarn. And it is a very thin yarn, so I did use a 4mm hook, I believe, for these. So I managed to make 1 in the orange, 1 in this beautiful shiny, I think it's Motor Vera, but it didn't have a ball band, but I kind of recognize it in that beautiful mint color. And then these 3 are in the bamboo blend yarn, which is the same one as the bandanas. This one needs straps, so I'm pretty much done. They've been sitting in a bag, so there we go. And this beautiful blue one, how pretty is that? And of course another beautiful pink one. Just, they're all done, so they're completed. So there's what, there's 2, 4, 5 there. So there's 5 of those. Let's just drape them over her little head there. There we go, there's 5 of those. And then I made another beautiful boho one. I think of it as boho, but it's actually called Summer Breeze Crochet Hairband by Pretty Darn Adorable Crochet. And I did use a 4mm hook for these as well. And once again, I use predominantly this yarn here, and of course some cotton as well. So I have been going through a lot of cotton the last few days, guys. It does hurt the hands a little bit, but it's worth it. So I made this beautiful one in, look at that beautiful pattern. And then it's just a simple chain for the little ties. So I made the yellow one. Let's just pile them on there, right, guys? And then this beautiful color here, that's like a dark apricot. I love this one here, of course. So what's that? 1, 2, 3. I've made 6 in total. And then I made some neutral colors. I love them personally. And this beautiful brown. And lucky last, this lovely pink. So that's what, 2, 4, 6 did we say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 of those. And that's it, guys. That's what I have been making for these markets over the last 2 weeks. Now this week is a whole different make, so in the next couple of weeks I'll bring you what I've been crocheting this week and then the week after. So I've got 4 weeks to go, because today is the 18th, I believe, March, Wednesday the 18th of, no, the 19th, Wednesday, March 19th, 2025, and I have until the 12th of April. So that Friday, I have to actually have all my makes made, everything tagged, everything bagged, tagged, and ready to go, basically. So once again, I'm, reaching out to you guys and saying, please, please give me some help with the pricing, because that is where I'm stuck now. I don't want to overprice, I don't want to underprice. I just want something that's going to be fair and to sell, because it's very, very important that happens. So thank you for joining me, and once again being awesome cheerleaders. I have to say, you guys are amazing. I wonder how many of you have made these makes for your markets, or if you just like to make these for home. I have made a lot of these before. That's why they were my go-to patterns. I did, for a lot of these for our Cal 2024. So if you want to tap into some other, market makes, that's a good place to start, guys. So that's it for now. I hope you're all keeping well. If you're preparing for markets, good luck. I know now, that there is a little bit of stress involved when it comes to pumping out, your inventory. Sometimes, as I say, I wish I'd started early, but it is what it is, guys. I'm here for the fun, I'm here for the ride, I'm here for the journey, and thank you for coming along with me. Until I see you all very, very soon, take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now.